Look out again. Stafford's going to get sacked back at the 15-yard line.
Rush is coming. Burrow tries to avoid it. Cannot. Burrow dropped again. It's an onslaught.
Wentz faking the handoff. They're under pressure. Barely gets that. It's intercepted.
Man rush. And that's going to be picked off at the 24 by Byard for the touchdown.
What is going on, Titans Nation? Titans Universe here to give a quick recap of the Titans and Giants game. The Titans lose to the Giants by 1 point off of a missed game-winning field goal by Randy Bullock. And there were so many opportunities in this game for the Titans to pull away, but they just kept letting the Giants hang on. This is what the Titans do. Every time they have an opponent that is the underdog, that is seemed lesser than them, they play down to them, they underestimate them, they let them hang in the game, and then they end up losing. It's just this weird thing the Titans keep doing year after year. This is the same Tennessee Titans team that it's been for the last 7 years, I'd say. And the offense just felt so lackluster, like there was nothing special to the offense at all. The only thing I can say is I don't blame this game on Ryan Tannehill. He had a pretty good game, 266 yards, 2 touchdowns. What I would say was the problem was the wide receivers. There was no one special in that game that I seen. The players that were actually doing something in the receiving game got less snaps than the players that were not even doing anything. Like Nick Westbrook and Robert Woods got way more snaps than Treylon Burks, and Treylon Burks was actually showing something. Robert Woods got 1 catch for 13 yards. Kyle Phillips actually showed promise in this game, but he didn't get that many snaps either. He got more snaps than Treylon Burks, which is kind of crazy. Why is Treylon Burks getting the less amount of snaps out of the entire receiving core when he's the one who has the most potential? I feel like Treylon Burks should be out there more than Robert Woods, I'd say. Like, he's the only person that I can actually trust in this receiving core right now, as of right now, because all the other ones, besides Kyle Phillips, he has potential, but we really don't know if that was just a one-game type of thing. I don't want to get my hopes up on a 5th round, what was he, like a 5th round wide receiver, I think? I don't want to get my hopes up on him, but Treylon Burks is somebody that needs to get more targets, more snaps. And heck, if Kyle Phillips does keep this up, give him more snaps than Nick Westbrook. Todd Downing really was not good at play calling. I would not say that he was good at play calling, which nothing new. He was terrible last year. These play callings were just downright confused. Play calling and the amount of snaps that you were giving your wide receivers that were actually doing something was baffling to me. It was confusing. The third downs, you want to use a tight end sweep was just hard to watch. Why are you doing a tight end sweep when you have Derrick Henry in the backfield on a 3rd and short? I think it was a 3rd and 1. A 3rd and 1, and you want to do a tight end sweep instead of just pounding it with Derrick Henry? And then on the other 3rd down, you do a wildcat. You don't trust Derrick Henry to be in a normal set. You want to do a wildcat. You want to get tricky, and he almost fumbled the ball, and that could have ended in disaster. Like, Todd Downey's trying to get cute. He's trying to do something that is unnecessary for the Titans to do. Oh yeah, and Austin Hooper did not a dang thing either. Like, there was 2 receivers that were actually doing something. And I can't even say they were good receivers. I can't tell if they were good or not. There was just nothing special, like I said, about the offense in that game. Derrick Henry had 86 yards, but it was a very quiet 86 yards. They could not get him going. They could not get him running. But I'm not really worried because he's a latter half type of running back. So if he's struggling late in the season, then that's when we should worry. But Ryan Tannehill had to throw it over 30 times. The receivers had 4 drops? They could not get open. They barely got open at all. Ryan Tannehill consistently had to thread the needle to complete his pass. None of them could get separation. The only time they got separation is when a design play worked and they were just wide open. There was a very bright spot about this game. Despite those 2 big plays by Saquon Barkley and Sterling Shepard, this defense played well. If those 2 plays wouldn't have happened, I would have said they played fantastic. 5 sacks. They were locking down Daniel Jones. They were just getting to him. None of the receivers could do anything up until the Sterling Shepard play. I really think this defense is set to be a really good defense this year, but The offense kept getting 3 and out after 3 and out, and the defense is basically gonna just give up some things. You can't just consistently have the defense on the field and them not start getting worn out and tired and keep that same energy that they have. So I'm not worried about the defense at all. Jeffrey Simmons is a superstar. Bud Dupree got active. Rashard Weaver was fantastic. I liked Roger McCreary. Christian Fulton was doing well up until that play, but that play was just... It was just a little mistake that he made, which, that type of play that happened was a rare play. That type of go play and then Christian Fulton baiting like that is a rare play. It's not going to happen every game. I could be wrong, but yeah, those are really rare type of plays. Getting that wide open. But this is still week 1, even though it was the Giants, a team that I do not think is very good. This is the Titans. This team always loses to bad teams. I wouldn't be surprised next week if they go and upset the Bills, because this is how weird this team is. This team has always been like this. And we're still going to have a good record. We're probably still going to make the playoffs, but I do not see us doing anything in the playoffs. That's disappointing to say, but we need wide receivers or a special type of quarterback. I would rather go with getting wide receivers, developing Treylon Burks, but actually signing a veteran wide receiver that we know can ball out next offseason. And I still think Robert Woods is going to get at least 800 yards this season, but this game did not convince me that he is our number 1 wide receiver. But yeah, those are my thoughts about Titans and New York Giants game. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Make sure if you liked the video to like and subscribe. This has been Titans Universe signing out. Peace.